Hey guys, welcome back to the Human Condition. In today's video, I think this will be my fourth astrology video segment on what does it mean to be this sign. Today's video is what does it mean to be a Cancer moon. So a Cancer moon would be someone who's emotion-based, family-based, very nostalgic person. They focus a lot about the past and look back on the past a lot. This person's very good emotional caretaker, emotionally caring, sympathetic, very good caretaker. So with this trait, you see especially a lot of good moms, but you also see a lot of good dads too because they're really good at caretaking and stuff. Some examples. It ranks fourth in emotional maturity. So like in the last video, we talked about you got Aries number 1, Taurus number 2, Gemini number 3, and Cancer number 4. I think the main reason of this is because even though Gemini, you would think, oh, friendship, that's more outgoing, but it's very personal oriented friendship. Like kind of like I said in the last video, it's like I really need someone to share my opinions with. Whereas Libra, like it's number 7 because it's one-on-one. Like, what is this person really thinking about? Not that Gemini can't do that, but they like to share their opinions first and then get feedback usually. I mean, not always, but most of the time. Because it's very communication and intellect oriented. That's Gemini. With Cancer, so that's why Cancer ranks a little bit higher on the emotional maturity, but not like all the ones before are emotionally mature. It's just they're more like other oriented. And that you'll notice that like the trend with 1, 2, 3, 4 as we slowly go up through the series, the emotional maturity increasing, which just means more outgoing basically, to an extent. That being said, it's kind of ironic because most of the time Cancer is actually a homebody, but the reason it's more other oriented is because it's really like wants to take care of people emotionally, and that's what makes it the other oriented. And that's why water signs rank pretty high in emotional maturity as numbers like 4, 8, and 12, because they really care about emotional states of other people and obviously their own emotional state. But other signs obviously care about other people too. It's just water signs are more emotion based. Cancer, the only reason Cancer is only 4 is because it's what you call a personal sign. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 would all be personal signs. So Cancer is personal emotions, and it's not that they don't. So they're emotional caretakers to people, but it makes them feel better emotionally to also be emotional caretaker. If that makes sense. And also they have to they feel their emotions more personal, unlike Scorpio, which is interpersonal, like one-on-one emotion like expression. Like deep emotional bonds of Scorpio, like deep in their feels and stuff. Cancer is more like I just need to express how I'm feeling right now, personally. So a lot of times Taurus and Cancer get along pretty well because Cancer's like I gotta express my emotion, and Taurus says I want peace and calm. So almost like a lot of times Cancer likes to surround themselves with Taurus because they're like they can calm their emotions down usually better than and Cancer helps them return by being emotionally supportive and sometimes materially supportive, like financially supportive, but not all the time. It just depends on the dynamic of the two people. Cancer, what is some personal observations I've made just in my personal life? Like in the last video, I talked about personal observations I made with Gemini. Cancer moons, I feel like I can identify them pretty easily. It could just be a coincidence, but it could just be a coincidence. But a lot of times, like the person's very family oriented, homebody, and if they work hard, but if it's for their family, I think it's a big indicator. Or they're into real estate, it's a big indicator that they potentially could be Cancer moon. Also, if they wear their emotions on their like chest, it's a big indicator. Another thing I've noticed is Cancer moon guys and Cancer moon girls are very different. There's 2 types of Cancer moon guys. The guys like in the shows that are like emotionally brooding and like mysterious and like, oh, I just can't relate to me. That's actually probably a Cancer moon guy. at least one version of them, because it's I don't it's more common for girls to feel more comfortable expressing their emotions than guys. It's not like a thing guys do a lot, and that can present in like emotional brooding type of personality for the Cancer moons. For example, some examples of like characters from shows who would be Cancer moons would be like, if you've seen like Arrow, Stephen Amell, he's a Cancer moon. In that show, he's very close to his mom, so mother oriented, and he's very emotional brooding. But in real life, he's actually more of the other version, which is just very emotionally expressing and emotionally caring. Another version is a show someone I know watched called Gossip Girl. I didn't watch much of it, but there's a guy named Chuck Bass, and he's very emotionally brooding and kind of like the type that for some, like a lot of girls are attracted to, I guess, maybe because of the emotional brooding thing. I don't know. It's just a thing. I don't know. But that's typically what the two versions of Cancer moon guys are. Cancer moon girls are pretty easy to identify because they're really sweet, very emotionally caring, and almost like that got that like good caring quality to them. So some examples of Cancer moons would be like Tate McRae. Trying to think of some more. That's the only one I can think of right now, celebrity-wise. But there's a lot, like Emilia Clarke, all those celebrities. And so that's the Cancer moon. Cancer moon girls, so pretty lit, kind of baddies, just saying. But yeah, so those are the Cancer moon girls. And the Cancer moon guys. Another thing with Cancer moon is that they're opposite, like in the last video, talking about Gemini's opposite is Sagittarius. Their opposite is Capricorn. And Capricorn is exactly opposite of past home and family. It represents future success, reputation, outgoingness. So with this dynamic, Cancer moons would be like a guy and a girl as positioned as bosses, kind of. Like a guy is the boss, and usually with a Capricorn moon, not Cancer, sorry, my bad, Capricorn moon, and a girl likes to be the boss with a Capricorn moon. So the difference is, even though Cancer moons can be hardworking, it's usually in regards to like real estate or family businesses, at least in my opinion. Could be wrong. Capricorn is more just like very like reputation oriented, got to keep up that good appearance, very outgoing, tries to meet everyone, tries to be like that like social person, maintaining a good reputation, sometimes get very powerful in positions of power because they're very high on emotional maturity. Kind of like how last time I said Sagittarius is like the person that seems to like control everything, and then behind the scenes are the 10, 11, and 12. Well, Capricorn would be one of the behind the scenes people that kind of control everything because they're 10, whereas Pisces would be the top dog, like mysterious behind the scenes thing, and that would be pretty cool. We talk about examples for Pisces. So that's Capricorn moon, the opposite of Cancer, and there's obviously that natural attraction, but a natural like kind of dissonance, or like a attraction yet push away type of thing. Like same way with Gemini and Sagittarius, same way with Taurus and Scorpio, same way with Aries and Libra. Attraction, but very different. Then the conflicting signs with Cancer would be Aries and Libra. It's because Libra is not as emotion based. They're actually really good at being emotionally detached because they're so one-on-one friendship oriented. It's like, what does this person want? What does this person need? More not like on an emotional level, but like on a friendship level. Whereas Cancer is like, how do I feel? How am I going to express myself? So when they interact, Libra might sometimes get upset with Cancer, even though they get along a lot, and it can be a really good combination. Sometimes there might be conflictions because they might see Cancer as almost too moody and emotional and at home a lot and family a lot, where they're out like with the friends and more and like friendships and stuff like that. At least what we see with Libra moon and Cancer relationship. But with all like square aspects, like talked about in previous videos, I think they like almost need each other, even though they don't, like they can't not, like they can't avoid each other, and there's almost like a pull between the two of them, because Libra always wants like Cancer to be more outgoing maybe, and more emotionally detached, and less, you know, moody, I guess, which they can be sometimes, but not a lot. Cancer and Aries. Aries is self-confidence, comfort in self. So Cancer might sometimes get annoyed with Aries because they want to provide emotionally for them and sometimes materially, and Aries kind of wants to provide for their own self and either physically or like financially or emotionally. It might be like not being able to, and then doing things and not consulting with Cancer before them, and kind of messes up Cancer's like vibe, their plan, you know, not necessarily their plan, but it's almost like that kind of hurts their lack of regard to them helping Aries sometimes, even though Aries sees it as, I don't want to be a burden to you. Cancer's like, I want to provide for you emotionally, and then it kind of, that's what the clash between Cancer and Aries usually is. Neither of them are in the wrong. It's just Aries wants to be more independent and Cancer wants to provide emotionally, and so those are the relationships between the Aries and Libra square aspect, and then Capricorn the opposite. And I think that's all. That's all the aspects of Cancer I can really talk about in this video. Oh, I don't know if the past videos I talked about how your moon sign can relate to your relationship with your mom. It's kind of the same way how the sun sign can relate to the relationship with your dad. So it'd just basically be the same way. So Aries might have like a very independent relationship with their mom. Mom might not like be around, but they could, if they are around, it's probably pretty good. It's just like a very like fiery relationship, like built on into trying to differentiate. So it may be like a little bit rebellious because they're trying to be their own self. Same way with like an Aries sun. Taurus would be like buds, you know, probably, and very like peaceful around each other relationship, and wouldn't mind being associated with them that much, obviously, because they're close. Cancer would be also very close, less like a friendship relationship, but more like a mother relationship, like emotional caring and stuff. And that's what that teaches them how to be emotionally caring as well, and providing for people when they go out into the world. And I skipped Gemini. Gemini would be like, confidence might be hurt a little bit by like with the relationship with the mom, maybe not, I don't know, could be wrong, but there's a strong friendship, because even though it's more like it can be like kind of like Aries with fiery a little bit, but not as fiery, just like expressing each other's own opinions, you know, and it might make them rely on hurt their confidence a little bit, and make them feel the need to share their opinions and be validated for their opinions, typically, but I could be wrong. So that was a quick rundown of the first four relationship with the moon signs and relationship with mom, potentially. I might not, in my next video, astrology video, that might take too much time to do that, so I might not, unless you guys really like that part of the video too. Just let me know down below. And yeah, so that's what does it mean to be a Cancer moon. Disclaimer, if I said anything controversial, I'm sorry, I take it back, or hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, I take it back. Yeah, of course, this doesn't define who you are as an individual completely. It just shows minor personality traits and coincidences between people. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, like and subscribe if you want. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.